So Lily's gonna help me film today. You can help me film. That's so nice of you. Okay, let's get you situated here. Hello guys, I'm Bethany and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here and I'm so excited because it is almost spring, which is so exciting because I love spring. It's one of my favorite seasons. I feel like spring and fall, love them. I love the transitional seasons, you know what I mean? In the spirit of it being almost spring, I thought I would do a spring TBR video. I am so excited about this because I have so many books that I want to read in the next few months and I'm hopeful that I will read all of them and stick to this. But you know, probably won't, let's be honest. Anyways, let's get started. I have quite a few books that I own and then I have some that I put on hold on my Libby app and then I also have some on Kindle Unlimited, other books I might not own. I also have some new releases. I forgot to say that. I have some new releases that will be coming out in the spring that I also want to read. Let's start, why don't we? So first, I am so excited about this book. I plan to read it literally like today or tomorrow once I finish the book I'm currently reading, and it is Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kimmerer. I just finished Defy the Night by her and oh my goodness, it was so good, and this is the second book, and I actually borrowed these from the library and then decided that I needed the physical copies, so I went to Books A Million and bought them. So beautiful, look at the cover, it's stunning. They are like fantasy, but not like with fae or anything. It's like a kingdom, you know what I mean? And I can't really tell you much about this book without telling you about the first book, like ruining that. But I will say that Allie Renee Reads, or Alioto, I think is her YouTube ad. Anyways, I'll link her below. She's one of my friends. She's literally the greatest. But she has been wanting me to read Defy the Night for so long, and I finally read it. And I think she is superior at her book recs because it was so good, and I'm so excited to read Defend the Dawn. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait. It is a trilogy. The third one comes out next January, and I'm like, I need the third one immediately because I heard this one ends in like a huge cliffhanger, which usually is the case when you read like trilogies or like, you know, multiple books. Let me give you the rundown of the first one. So the first one is about a like kingdom, and basically it is kind of being run down. The kingdom and all the sectors are being run down by this illness, and there's only like one thing that can cure the illness. Yeah, it's kind of all I'm gonna say. But anyways, I'm gonna read the second book. I'm so excited, and these covers, stunning. Next, we have some romances. Who's shocked? Well, first, I'm gonna show you one that I meant to read in February, and I didn't. It's X's and O's by Amy Leah. I say Leah, but I've heard people say Amy Lee. So I don't really know, but I've been meaning to read this literally for a couple months. I actually bought it in January, I think, and have not read it yet. And I hate when I do that. I want to be a person that when she buys a book, she reads it immediately, because like this is how I felt with these books. Like I just bought them and I'm going to read them because I'm so excited about them. But like this one I've kept putting off and I haven't read yet. So I'm like, Bethany, stop buying books if you're not going to immediately read them. You know what I mean? But here we are. This is about a bookstagrammer, and I think she like is on a hunt for true love. She revisits her exes or something. I don't really know, but it sounds good. Cover is really cute. Heard great things about it. A lot of people that I know and follow said I will love it. So I'm gonna read it this spring because I've been staring at it for too long. Next, I'm very excited about this book. I actually just got it. It's Built to Last by Erin Hahn. I actually won a giveaway with Enlightened Soul Co. on Instagram. I got a sweatshirt from them, which is so fun. Her name's Sarah, I'm pretty sure. The person that owns it, she's so sweet. I won her giveaway and she sent me a sweatshirt and a book off my wish list, which is so kind. I am so excited about it. So this is the one I picked and I'm so excited to read it. I actually saw it at Books A Million a few months ago and I was like, I really want to read this book, but I didn't need to buy it, you know, so I put it on my wish list and she got it for me, and I cannot wait to read this book. It kind of gives me spring vibes, you know? I don't really know why. Well, her last name is Springfield, so there you go. It says, Shelby Springfield has spent the last 10 years trying to overcome her past, standing in a way like the rough spots on the vintage furniture she makes over. But as a former child star, she can't forget the widely documented meltdown and a huge public breakup with her former co-star, Lyle Jessup. It's also hard to forget her other co-star and childhood sweetheart, Cameron Riggs, the one who got away. Anytime Shelby is called, Cameron has come running. And then he runs right off again to chase stories around the world by making documentaries, too scared to admit what he really wants. But when Lyle stirs the pot, getting the two back in the spotlight with a home renovation show, Cameron can't help but get on board. Erin Hahn's Built to Last is a sparkling romance about owning what you're worth and fighting for the one who got away. So it's like a former child star, it's like a childhood friends to lovers, or childhood second chance romance with a home renovation show. I don't really know, but all the things in that sounds really good. So I'm very excited to read that. Next, I have a fantasy book. It is Throne of Glass. Literally, why could I not read? Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Actually, my friend Reagan sent this to me for Christmas, and I love her. Thank you so much, Reagan. I need to read this specifically for her because she's been wanting me to read this for so long, and she sent it to me so I would read it. So I need to read it this spring. I'm honestly kind of nervous because it's a humongous fantasy series, and I did not love ACOTAR, and it's obviously the same author, but I'm pretty sure Reagan likes Throne of Glass way more than ACOTAR, so I'm hoping that I feel the same way. I don't think this is with the Fae, so maybe I'll like it more. I don't know. Two men love her, the whole land fears her, only she can save them all. I don't really know, honestly, what it's about. It's just fantasy with a kingdom or something. I've found that I love kingdoms in fantasy. I don't know, but yeah, I want to read this. Next, I really want to, well, I'm not going to reread Magnolia Parks. I'm like very few pages in. I'm like 40 pages in, I think. And I'm like annotating it, tabbing it and things like that, but I'm taking it very slow. And I did that like a few weeks ago and haven't picked it up again. But in the spring, I'm going to fully annotate this, reread it, because it's been so long since I actually read it. And I love the series. If you don't know, I read Daisy Hates and then The Long Way Home, Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. So good. Literally one of my favorite series of all time. I didn't enjoy it when I first read it, if you didn't know that. So I want to reread it and like really thoroughly enjoy it, because I did enjoy the rest of the series. And I think my expectations were just not good for this. I thought it was gonna be like a happily ever after, and there's definitely a cliffhanger because it's an ongoing series. So I think that's why I didn't like it to begin with. So I'm rereading it and annotating it because I love the series. And I know I'm actually gonna really love this book now that I'm rereading it and love the characters, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna reread that. That's my whole spiel for that. Next, I want to read Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I have all 3 books in the series, but I should start with this one. So it's basically a girl, she goes to Paris. It's YA. That's all I know, to be honest. Next, Normal People by Sally Rooney. Don't know much about this, to be honest, but my friend Allie that I mentioned loves this book. It's one of her favorites. So that is making me want to read it. That's it. Don't know anything about it. A wondrous and wise coming-of-age love story from the celebrated author of Conversations with Friends. Sally Rooney brings her brilliant psychological acuity and perfectly spare prose to a story that explores the subtleties of class, the electricity of first love, and the complex entanglements of family and friendship. I don't know. Sounds good. We'll see. And then I've been saying I want to read this for a while, and it is To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. It's on Netflix. You've probably seen it. I've seen the movies, but I really want to read the books. So I have this, you know, trilogy box that I got. It was from Second & Charles. So I want to read it. But anyways, those are all the books that I own. And now we're going to go to the books that I either have borrowed from the library already or I have on hold. So first is The Godparent Trap by Rachel Van Dyken. Honestly, don't know much about this. I actually have it borrowed right now, so hopefully I'll read it. I just like saw somebody talk about it and I was like, I'll read it. And then I want to read This Woven Kingdom by Tahira Mafi. She wrote Shatter Me, and if you know anything about me, you know I love Shatter Me. It's one of my favorite series of all time. If not my favorite series of all time. Actually, it probably is. With fantasy, like fantasy series, definitely Shatter Me. Obsessed. Anyways, I want to read that. Don't know anything about it. Next is The Cruel Prince by, I think, Holly Black. Don't know much about this either, but Reagan, my friend, loves this book, or the series. So I really want to read it, and I got it on my Libby app, but I returned it, and hopefully I'll get it next week because, or I didn't return it. I just like sent it back a week, so I'll get it in a week. Anyways, also A Court of Silver Flames, another one I put on hold. That came available a couple days ago, but I also sent it back a week. So hopefully I'll read it in the near future, but we'll see. I'm just not ready to read an 800-page book, and I didn't like ACOTAR of the series, so honestly, not sure about it. And then 7 Days in June by, I do not know, Tia Williams. This is a second chance romance, single mom. I don't know, but it sounds good. I've heard great things about it, so I'm gonna read that, and I actually got it available too, but I sent it back. You know what I mean? Anyways. Now we're gonna go on to the releases that are coming out this spring that I want to read, and I'm so excited. Well, first I have one that I need to read before the summer, The Happy Life of Isadora Bentley. Don't know much about it. I think it's almost like a women's fiction, but it comes out this summer, and I got an arc of it on NetGalley, so I need to read that. And then I want to read, these are the ones that are coming out this spring, Happy Place by Emily Henry. It comes out in April. I'm so excited about that book. I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order it. I might just like try to get it on Libby, honestly, because it comes out in hardcover, which is annoying. I want it to be in paperback because book lovers I have is in paperback, so I just don't really understand, to be honest, but I am excited to read it. And then Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I do plan to pre-order that book because I'm so excited about it. I loved Every Summer After, and I feel like this book is gonna be so good. And I'm considering these spring books because they come out in May. Practice Makes Perfect also comes out in May. You know how I feel about that one. Yours Truly also comes out in April. You should read both of those, but I've already read them, so love those. And they're coming out this spring. And the next is Per My Last Email by Juliana Smith. She wrote Baggage Claim, really loved it, and this book is coming out in May, I think, so want to read those new releases. And then I have a few other random books that I don't own that are either on Kindle Unlimited or something like that. First is Love from Scratch by Caitlin Hill. I think I might have put this, no, maybe I didn't put this on hold, but I don't really know anything about it besides it's YA and they're bakers or something. I don't know. I Can Fix That by Juliana Smith. She, obviously I just talked about her, she wrote Baggage Claim. The new book's coming out. I really really want to read this book that is our first book, and I don't know anything about it, but I want to read it. And then The Retreat and the Makeup by Haley Gardner. Some of these books, or a lot of these books, are on my 2023 TBR, so I'm just kind of taken from those, but I really want to read these, and I'm trying to pick like more springy vibes, so I feel like those books give me spring vibes. So that's all the books that I want to read this spring. I will probably read other books that are not on this list because that's just how it goes, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm so thankful for you, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I have not said that in a video, and I'm just literally like mind blown. Every time I see that, I am mind blown that 1,000 people, over 1,000 people are subscribed to this channel. It's insane. A milestone I've like dreamed of. So thank you so much. I'm so thankful for you, and I just feel like so lucky that I like film and people want to watch, and getting DMs saying like, I love your videos, I found you through your YouTube. Like literally, I am living a dream. I'm not sure that that's real, but thank you so much. I'm so thankful for you, and I am excited for the videos I'm filming this spring. I think that's it for this video, and I will see you very soon for my next one. Bye.